Well, tonight, our I-Team special report focuses on a site hidden in plain sight. It is a National Native American Heritage Month, a time to celebrate Native people, but also to have honest conversations about Native history. A reminder of that history stands in our community, folks. Leaders are on a search for truth, and that can only be done by looking at the future through the eyes of the past. KSHB 41 I-Team reporter Sarah Plake takes us to the Shawnee Indian Mission.
The hustle of everyday life tends to leave the past behind. How often do we stop and think about our history? Here, a street named Shawnee Mission Parkway hurries thousands of cars to their destinations every day. Its namesake? This serene piece of the 1800s prairie, standing still in time. The Shawnee Indian Mission.
We're definitely connected to this place.
Though beautiful, the Shawnee Indian Mission's grounds hold the secrets to an ugly past.
The tears, the laughs, everything that happened here, the children that may be here.
Chief Ben Barnes of the Shawnee tribe says it's time to uncover that past.
There are two ideas, I think a lot of people have, and they're both extremes. This is a wonderful, great place, and there's other people who are saying that there's mass graves here. I think neither of those are the correct history.
What's lost in history are the stories of the hundreds of children who were sent to school here, many times under forced assimilation practices, and the looming threat of cultural genocide. Chief Barnes plans to bring in ground-penetrating radar equipment to find answers.
We know they died here. It's our moral obligation to look.
KSHB 41 News visited the site's library to see the records they keep.
The people that were involved as the missionaries, a little less about the students because a lot of documents were lost.
We poured over hundreds of pages of historical documents. We found record of at least 5 children dying from sickness while at the school from 1853 to 1855. They are just a brief mention in the mission's reports to the government. It's unknown if there were more.
And if you were going to bury somebody, you wouldn't do it within the 12-acre confines where you have all your buildings and where you're living.
Forbes can only guess. He says the children might have been buried at the Shawnee Cemetery or other nearby tribal cemeteries, but few remaining stones mark resting places for kids who died after the mission closed. Barnes and the Shawnee tribe are joining in on a national movement to establish a Truth and Healing Commission on Indian boarding schools that would investigate the generational impacts and what happened to these kids. Kansas Congresswoman Sharice Davids reintroduced the bipartisan bill this year.
My family has been impacted by boarding school policies, and I definitely think it feels really good to know that although it's a painful history, I'll just call it like a pride and honor of knowing that in this generation, we get to try to address it and start the healing process.
Much of the Shawnee Indian Mission's history is told through this man, Thomas Johnson, the Southern slaveholder who arrived in Indian Territory in the late 1820s with Methodist missionaries to, quote, rescue the savages of our wilderness from their states of barbarism. Johnson received thousands of dollars from the government, the church, and the tribes to establish a mission and manual labor school for Native kids, then in present-day Turner. At that point, the Shawnee tribe had already made the grueling relocation from their eastern homelands after the Indian Removal Act of 1830.
The coercion and collusion, that would have been like, your kids need to go here because this will give them a better life.
In 1839, the mission moved to where it is today in Fairway, the Shawnee giving the missionaries 2,000 acres. At its height, about 150 boys and girls from more than a dozen tribes were enrolled at the school at one time. Teachers cut their hair, gave them white names, and forbid them from speaking their languages, though they were met with resistance.
This building is where the boys' dormitory would have been.
It's difficult for Chief Barnes to see and think about.
In the attic is where the boys would have slept.
Conditions at the mission deteriorated. Finally, in 1860, the Shawnee Tribe Council met and sent a letter to the Commissioner of Indian Affairs saying, quote, our children have suffered through protracted spells of severe illness and in some instances have died without the parents ever having been informed. The mission shut down in 1862.
The time that Shawnee children attended here, those that left and went on about their lives, I wonder what that impression it left, those important years away from their parents.
Chief Barnes already knows the answers to those questions, but he hopes to uncover more of the truth. More of that history we pass by every day for those children who never came home.
It's a moral obligation that we find them, name them, return them, and honor them These kids, they deserve that.
Sarah Blake, KSHB 41 News.